try to loosen it all the way and just let it fly up and land on that. It's just not going to work this way, pulling it down. Watch the legs. They come up off the ground. The legs right there. See them coming up? They're rock solid. They ain't moving. Well, I knew it was under pressure, but there's a reason. I don't know what. It's a bear. I don't know what the problem is. I'm ready to take the torch and cut it off. Don't worry about that one. Come here for a minute.
You gonna push the tractor?
Take that and pull that pin. Lock that tractor. Help me.
It's at an angle.
Based on where it's going, I don't think I'm going to get this far anyway. Okay, what we've done this morning is take the flail mower off the 5510 and put the bush hog back on. I've had a problem, two problems. A regen issue where it'll go through a regen and then it flashes red and wants another regen. And I've had a calibration light coming on and the cruise light flashing. And I don't have a clue what's going on. If you know, how about send me a message and let me know. So my thoughts are maybe the oil's overheating with that flail mower. So I'm gonna try to bush hog this morning in some light grass and just see how that turns out and see if the problem's consistent or whether it goes away. And that may give me an answer, but that's what we're gonna try this morning. These weeds right here. Got a little vibration, that steering wheel vibrating. But it's an old bush hog. See the vibration of the PTO shaft. Since this track has been acted up, I've been thinking about an RX 7340 versus going from hydrostatic, of course, over to shuttle shift. My needs have changed. When we bought this tractor, it was mostly hobby stuff and a lot of stop and go stuff, a lot more load work, but nowadays it seems like I'm doing more, I'm not going to say ag stuff, but a lot of straight line, stuff like this bush hogging where I'm in. We've got 3 4-acre fields now, so and I plant and cut and spray. Goldfinches and envelope birds love this stuff, especially out there where the wildflowers are. I see a lot of dove Romeo. It bucks like a Bronco, then it just, I don't know what's going on. It's very frustrating. This is a 6-foot bush hog, that's a 7-foot flail mower. From the hammer knives on it, which cut very nicely, to Y knives. I've never been able to get it into adjustment. See, okay, there's the calibration light now. This, it's going to go back. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Took it to the dealer, they ran it through the calibration process. That obviously didn't solve my problems. I tried to be more tender with it, not switching pedals fast, and just trying to figure out what's going on. Not working out for me so good. Calibration light back on. Take the foot off the pedal, light goes out, there she goes. Sometimes it won't go back to running. There lies my problem. She's not gonna move. Nice view of the woods. You can sit here and look at the woods while your tractor has got issues. Tractor's off. Hydraulics are down.
So this is the third time that the Kioti is being loaded up from the farm and driven back to Greenville to the shop. Third time. And the problem hasn't been diagnosed or fixed yet. So what in the world is going on with your beautiful tractor? Well, I mean, what is it doing?
Nor does anybody else seem to know.
It runs for 30 minutes and then it quits.
30 minutes to an hour. It starts, a calibration light comes on, it just stops moving.
Doesn't matter where you are on the farm.
No, doesn't matter.
Or what you're doing.
No, well, it does matter a little bit. The flail more, 30 minutes, push hog about an hour, but it's getting worse. I changed the oil and the fluids. The oil, I mean the hydraulic oil and the hydrostatic oil and filter, thinking that might solve it, and it didn't. It's a pump issue or a valve issue somewhere, I'm guessing.
Okay, well, I hope you get fixed this time. We need you.
Then you can go to the back and look at the rest of it. Everything's being towed. I'm in the transport business. I'm not in the farm.
Yeah, we got all this great stuff, but it's only great if it works, right?
That's right.
So the grasshopper's got a starter problem.
Starter problem, small hydraulic leak.
Of course, it's, you know,
And a welding. And the
it's
bracket
the oldie goldie.
The bracket's broke right there. It needs to be welded to cut out some of the vibration.
And what's wrong with the Ventrac?
The Ventrac had the starter taken off and rebuilt, and it's back doing the same thing it was doing. So rebuild job might not have been so great.
Great. So 1, 2, 3. All our cutting things gone.
We're riding down the road.
Okay. All right. Well, that's how it is. The good, bad, and the ugly. It's never perfect. Okay. We'll keep you updated.